Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Friday, May 9, 2025. In the headlines, Chester Humphrey opposes the removal of the death penalty as government contemplates the move. Citizens appeal for transparency over delays to the Cliff Road Rehabilitation Project. The Fiscal Resilience Oversight Committee, FROC, wants backdated accounts to be laid in Parliament. Also in the news, regionally, 2025 exercise trade winds ends in Trinidad and Tobago. Internationally, Pope Leo XIV celebrates First Mass as head of Catholic Church. Plus in the sports news, CONCACAF pays courtesy call on local football association, and India suspends IPL cricket for 1 week over safety concerns. We'll bring you the details right after this.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
All right, thanks for joining us. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. Grenada tells the Universal Periodic Review Working Group that it intends to repeal the death penalty. However, based on feedback GBN has obtained, although this has not yet gone through the public consultative process, not everyone is in agreement, as we hear from my colleague, Christina John.
I believe that the death penalty should not be abolished. I believe it should be restored. And any removal of the death penalty, we are setting up ourselves for a grave situation, and we have already seen signs of it in Grenada.
Immediate past president of the Senate, Chester Humphrey, strongly opposing the removal of the death penalty as a form of punishment for criminal offenses. His expression comes against the backdrop of a recent revelation by Ray Thomas, Crown Counsel in the Office of the Attorney General, during Grenada's Universal Period Review, the UPR, that the government of Grenada is contemplating the removal of the death penalty as punishment for a criminal offense. Thomas, in her remarks, added that before a final decision is made, the public will get the opportunity to offer suggestions and recommendations as part of a consultative process. Humphrey explained the rationale for his opposition to the planned removal of the death penalty.
Given the fact that gun crime in particular is now at pandemic proportions, given the situation that in some Caribbean territories, there is what I consider to be a low-intensity civil war, right, in which criminals linked to the narco trade are the dominant factors. Given the fact that in some Caribbean jurisdictions, the army has to be called out to do police work, and in some countries, like in Jamaica, states of emergencies in different areas are perpetually ongoing. The ultimate direction of that growing criminalization in the society is what you see in Haiti. I'm saying, given that overall situation, I am wrongly and firmly opposed to the removal of the death penalty, and I would wish to see the death penalty restored.
Referencing the recent spate of vicious crimes, Humphrey deemed it a low-intensity civil war that the state cannot address using the current approach. He is of the opinion that there should be a radical overturn even of criminal legislation, and the mandatory nature of capital punishment should be restored.
Failure to do so directs our societies down the path of Haiti. Because what is happening in Haiti today is that the crime industry is challenging the state for power. That's what's happening in Haiti today. And there are more than nascent signs of this development taking place in the Caribbean. The Caribbean and Latin America have some of the world's highest levels per capita of murders. And I'm saying Grenada is not totally insulated, and we have begun to see the nascent signs of it. I think it's a grave mistake to abolish the death penalty, right? And it's a graver mistake for us to refuse to restore it. I think the time has come for the restoration of the death penalty. And I believe rather than allow a court to decide what happens in these matters, put it to a referendum.
Grenada is one of 14 states reviewed by the UPR Working Group during its 28th to 9th May session. Thomas told the UPR Working Group that the removal is the government's intention. She is quoted as saying, "Government intends to initiate public consultation on the potential abolition of the death penalty. Grenada remains open to receiving international support and technical assistance to help facilitate this important conversation." Unquote. The last hanging occurred in Grenada in 1978, and there has been no state hanging since. Currently, Grenada is not a signatory to the Second Optimal Protocol to the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, entered into force on the 11th July 1991 with the aim to abolish the death penalty. According to this protocol, parties signing and ratifying it that abolition of the death penalty contributes to the enhancement of human dignity and progressive development of human rights, and that all measures of abolition of the death penalty should be considered as progress in the enjoyment of the right to life. As of August 2021, there was one person on death row in Grenada. Christina John, GBN News.
To keep or remove the death penalty continues to generate much debate. Proponents argue that it is a deterrent to crime, but the opposing view is that it is barbaric. GBN took its cameras to the streets of the capital today to test the pulse of the people on their appetite or disdain for this age-old conversation.
I don't think it should be removed, because the Bible said that he that shed blood, his blood should be shed likewise. He should die, yeah. And a lot of people, as a result, a lot of people didn't get justice because of what had transpired with, it could be my family, it could be your family. They has been slaughtered and nothing happened. That's not justice. And I feel that as a country, we should look in terms of real justice.
I feel that it should remain, because so much of crime going on these days. Not only crime, they men troubling children, small children. Oh God, man, that's real bad. Although the Bible says, "Thou shalt not kill," but an eye for eye and a tooth for a tooth in this time.
I think it should be back.
Why do you think?
The man again, 3 years and thing for abusing little girls. I believe them have to be castrated.
Well, I believe if you do something really wrong and you don't make any sense, you should get rid of him. That it is sometimes, But the death penalty will keep everybody in a kind of intact too. They don't want to do things. police. When you take it out now, they will say, all right, I could do crime. And then at the end of the day, they're just going to sit them up there and taxpayer money feed them. So when they know when they go up there and they do something wrong now, and at the end of the day, they know they go dead based on what's going on, they will think twice.
I find it should remain. Too much killing, unnecessary killing, it should remain. That should be, it become as a deterrent not to feel you could kill at will. It should remain.
One individual, however, had a different perspective.
Thou shalt not kill, according to the word. And based on that, I think we should try to follow through on the word, no matter the circumstance.
Well, concerns are mounting over delays to the Cliff Road rehabilitation project as citizens appeal to the government for transparency. Details in this Beverly Telesford report.
On Thursday, the Grenada Broadcasting Network received an email from some concerned citizens affected by the Cliff Road Rehabilitation Project, Upper Woburn to Woodlands and George. The email addressed the ongoing delay to the project, referring to the delay as administrative rather than operational. The email claims, as it stands, required land acquisitions have not been gazetted, which is a crucial legal step for the continuation of construction. It reads, quote, "No gazette means no legal right to the land. Without the land, construction cannot continue. As a result, residents, commuters, and local businesses are left in limbo," end quote. The email called for timely government action and transparent communication, citing that the project is not just about road work, but it is a matter of road safety, access, and community development. When contacted for a response, Chief Technical Officer in the Ministry of Infrastructure, Kevin Blash, provided two government gazettes dated February 28th and March 7th, 2025, which showed the land acquisitions were officially published. On March 17, 2025, the Grenada Broadcasting Network aired a report where Larry van den Heuvel, Director of Consolidated Contractors Company Caribbean Inc., or CCCI, the private company contracted to complete the project, attributed the delay to the project to external factors beyond the company's control.
The Cliff, we are behind program. There's been some challenges there. A lot of the services allowing us access in moving the utility services haven't all been moved, so we don't have complete access on the whole project. Everybody knows about it. I spoke about it on a previous occasion. Now recently they've given us access on the right-hand side of the project, and that's where we've been digging now. We have challenges there, yes, but you can't excavate for a retaining wall if you haven't got the landowner's approval, and you haven't got the utility poles moved, and you haven't got the Nawasa water pipeline moved. You can't do anything. At the moment, we should be finished at the end of September. We will not be finished at the end of September, unfortunately. At the moment, we're running about 2.5 months late.
The GBN contacted the CCCI for an updated statement regarding the delay. We were informed to send an email with our concerns to the company. Up to news time, an official response has not been forthcoming. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Other news, the tabling of public accounts of the government has been lagging for years. The Fiscal Resilience Oversight Committee, in its 2024 report, praised the move to have backdated accounts for 2016 to 2019 laid in Parliament during 2024. In a news conference earlier this week, Chair of the Fiscal Resilience Oversight Committee, Laurel Bain, said she wants to see the Public Accounts Committee, chaired by opposition leader Emmeline Pear, scrutinize the accounts. She also called for the Audit Department to submit outstanding public accounts to Parliament.
The FROC also looked at the public accounts. This has been lagging for years and commended the commencement of the presentation of the public accounts to Parliament 2016 to 2019. The FROC, however, urges the acceleration of the publication of the other outstanding public accounts and the review of these accounts by the Public Accounts Committee to ensure that there is full transparency and accountability.
All right, so the duty of the Public Accounts Committee is to examine the audited accounts of the state as well as the accounts of corporations, boards and other bodies appointed by the government and report the findings to the House. Besides the opposition leader, other members of the Public Accounts Committee are Dr. Clarice Modeste-Cohen and Kate Lewis-Peters in the House of Representatives and Roderick St. Clair and Salim Rahman in the Senate. Coming up in Network News, upper-level promotion returns 6 crowned queens to the stage this weekend for the ultimate crown, Queen of Queens.
Are you looking to further your education but need financial support? Arise Credit Union is here to help. With our educational loan, you can pursue your dreams. Whether you're working and studying, taking professional online courses, or engaging in full-time education, we've got you covered. Our flexible repayment options and competitive interest rates provide the right support for you on this journey. Visit Arise Credit Union. Apply today, take control today, and own your own education.
Have you ever wondered how you can benefit from the Grenada Citizenship by Investment Program? Then IMA Grenada invites you to its public forum on May 13th at 5:30 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Regulations have changed to create more space for local participation, for local developers and those who want to become local developers to tap into new opportunities. Hear from top experts from the CBI Committee, IMA Grenada, and GIDC. This is your opportunity to learn the process, ask your questions, and learn how to be involved. So don't miss this chance. Remember, Grenada Trade Center at 5:30 p.m. on May 13th. See you there.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinaire Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
Brenda, girl, you ain't see Robert bringing a whole set of thing there?
Where? Bonje, what up?
Girl, a solar panel.
Solar panel?
Yes. And what a time too?
But like Robert win a lot. Oh gosh, Vala, I sure you see me.
Hey, you're too fast.
You may be wondering the same thing like Brenda and Val. It's no secret. I took a BFF loan from Co-op Bank. With this affordable financing, I'm able to build in a climate-friendly and energy-efficient way. The more climate resilient I build, the lower my interest rate. I'm building for the future, and my BFF Co-op Bank is helping me do just that.
Visit our website for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome home. No, girl, that was yesterday. I can't believe all they said that. She didn't. Mom, can you help me, please? I'm having some trouble understanding. No, are you serious? Mom, can you help me, please? So you all sit down and say that? Okay then, bye. Here. Are you ready? Yes. Let's ensure that you are well prepared for this exam.
Parents, you have a crucial role to play in helping to prepare your children for the CPEA exams. Help them or seek additional help so that they can revise the concepts they learn at school and give them a better chance to be successful and move on to the next phase of their lives. A message from the National Parenting Program, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Home is easy, easy with Republic Bank.
Are you dreaming of owning your own home? With Republic Bank's Home Easy Loan, you're one step closer to making that dream a reality. With competitive rates, reduced fees, and up to 100% financing, Republic Bank makes owning your home simple and stress-free. Start your journey to independence, empowerment, and the joy of home ownership today.
Republic Bank, we're bringing home to you. Home easy. It's not just a mortgage, it's peace of mind.
Terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Rebecca Television Center, in keeping with the promise to have more local developers and corporate bodies benefit through the Citizenship by Investment program, government has amended the CBI regulations. Here's what we can tell you. The Investment Migration Agency, in partnership with the Grenada Investment Development Corporation, will be holding a symposium on May 13 to share information on how the amendment can bring opportunities to local companies. Finance Minister Dennis Cornwall first spoke about the changes during the 2025 budget speech on March 7.
With a plan to have the independent regional regulator operated by mid-2026. Mr. Speaker, Citizen by Investment Program is also very innovative. We have listened to the genuine advocacy of local businessmen and women for their participation in the program. While there are already a few local developers who have successfully marketed their projects, the year ahead will witness a ramping up of such projects.
In the March 21 edition of the Government Gazette, the government published SRNO number 21 of 2025 called the Grenada Citizenship by Investment Amendment Regulations 2025. The regulation provides the legal guidance for local developers to make use of the opportunities that can present themselves through CBI. In an invitation emailed to the media and potential participants, the GIDC said the symposium will be an insightful discussion on the latest amendments to the Citizenship by Investment Regulations and the new opportunities now available for Grenadian developers. The theme for this series is Grenadian Innovation, Creating Local Opportunities Through Investment Migration. Sonia Fisher's heart never left Grenada that once welcomed her as family. Here's Rena Thomas.
Though she now resides in New York, Jamaican national Sonia Fisher has not forgotten the island that became her second home, Grenada. Through her non-profit organization, the Sonia Fisher and Jamaican People Foundation, Mrs. Fisher continues to make meaningful contributions to Grenadian communities. On Thursday, she donated a 6-burner stove and a blender to the current government school, a medical kit to the Grenada Boys Secondary School, and a wheelchair to a resident of St. David. The items, valued at 15,000 EC dollars, were fully funded by Mrs. Fisher. Speaking to the students at the current government school, Mrs. Fisher shared that her own children once attended the institution, a connection that fuels her ongoing commitment to giving back.
I started a resident coming here on this side of Grenada. My first landed is in Current, right up on top there by the city. So I really feel grateful and honored that I could give back something, because all my kids' foundation of education, achievement, prosperity, it starts right here. Miss Roslyn is the foundation of my children. My mother to them, comfort them, counsel them, in every way I could think of. You could call upon Miss Roslyn. So I would like to hand over this 6-burner stove, and I'm giving it from the bottom and the depths of my heart that it will do the purpose that you guys need it for.
Each year, with the support of her head organizer in Grenada, Grace Samuel, Mrs. Fisher donates much-needed items to the homes of the elderly and children, schools, churches, and other community organizations. One of the recipients this year expressed deep gratitude to Mrs. Fisher and her team for their continued support and generosity.
And so I'm really honored on behalf of the pastor, board members, and the congregation to receive this. It's really overwhelming. I'm shocked. I spoke to her when I saw the TV last night. I spoke to her, but I didn't know I was going to get it in such a fanfare, But indeed, it will serve ministry purposes very well to help redirect, our young people as well as adults into positivity and, by and large, the kingdom of God.
Mrs. Fisher says her mission is simple: to uplift those in need and continue building the spirit of community across Grenada, the place she still calls home. Rena Thomas, GBN News.
This story to report the Sandals and Beaches All That's Good Roadshow made its official stop in Grenada on Thursday, delivering a large-scale employee engagement event at the Montrouge playing field. Beverly, tell us what captured the loads of fun.
Organized by the Sandals Corporate Office in Jamaica and led by Corporate Manager for Employee Experience Jamie Green, the Sandals and Beaches All That's Good Road Show featured live performances from local artists and Trinidadian entertainer Young Brother, along with music, giveaways, food and drinks. The initiative is part of a regional tour aimed at boosting staff morale and strengthening internal culture across Sandals and Beaches resorts. According to Green, the goal is to bring the same energy and positivity to employees as they do to guests.
Without a doubt, our team members are the heart and soul of our organization, and so this is important because our team members are important. In our business, of course, being Sandals Resorts, the ultimate brand, we are excellent when it comes to taking care of our guests, and in this case, we know and now appreciate that our guests are actually twofold: our internal guests, our team members, and of course our external guests, our customers. And so within the Sandals brand and ethos, the Sandals and Beaches brand and ethos, we are ensuring that we show true love, care and attention to our internal guests, our team members, as much as we do our external guests. And
Green confirmed that the roadshow will become an annual fixture on the company's calendar.
Next stop is Curacao, and then we head to Nassau for Sandals Royal Bahamian. Then we're going to head to Turks for Beaches, Turks and Caicos, and then we are going to wrap things up in St. Lucia. So we're hitting all our islands where we have a Sandals or Beaches Resort, and of course this will be a yearly initiative moving forward. This started in Jamaica last year as pretty much a one-time event, but our team members loved it so much that of course our executive chairman Adam Stewart agreed that we should really take it across all the islands, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Local vendors were engaged for the event and corporate sponsors supported a range of giveaways. Staff walked away with items including electronics, household appliances, gift baskets, vouchers and weekend getaways. Food and beverages were also provided free of charge to all employees in attendance. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
It's not just Mother's Day, it's royalty redefined. 6 crowned queens are slated to return to the stage to vie for the ultimate crown, Queen of Queens. Rena Pet Thomas has this report.
It's Queens Among Queens this Mother's Day weekend as Upper Level Promotion prepares to crown the ultimate royal in its annual Queen Show celebration. As Grenadians gear up for a weekend filled with love and appreciation for mothers, 6 remarkable women, all former Miss Upper Level winners, will once again grace the stage in a dazzling showdown for the coveted Queen of Queens title. Set for Sunday, May 11th at Victoria Park in Grenville, the event promises an unforgettable evening of elegance, talent, and heartfelt stories. Here is a taste of what some of the ladies will bring to the stage this Sunday.
I am Audra Alexander, representing Cookie Road, Grenville St. Andrew.
Hello all. I am Alana Dubisette Mason, and I will be representing Harford Village in St. Andrew.
Pleasant good morning to one and all. I am Miss Kasia Alexander, bold and beautiful, representing the historic village, Pearl St. Andrews.
Greeting coming from the Spice Line. I am Amanda Aberdeen, representing La Poetry St. Andrews.
Pleasant good morning to you, everyone. My name is Patricia Charles, and I'm representing Telescope.
Pleasant good morning, everyone. I am Ann Fletcher from Rivulet Lane, Grenville.
Speaking with the contestants, they shared their reasons for returning to the stage and how the show has positively impacted mothers in the community.
I decided to take part in this Mother's Day Queen Show due to my daughter. I saw her took part in the National Queen Show and I said, wow, I will give it a try again. She gave me the inspiration.
I decided to take part in this year's Queen Show because I love a clean competition and I see it as a way of exploring my talents and skills.
The reason why I'm taking part this year in this year's Mother's Day Queen Show is because of our hero that passed away, and I was the reigning queen when he was there.
I think Mother's Day is a blessing. We all are mothers, and it is nice to come out and show who you are. So we should be proud of who we are as a mother and just showcase what we are.
I think that a lot of mothers feel because they have children, they no longer shine. But we glow. We glow in the dark. And we're out here to show them just because we are a mother, we are not valuable. We are sweet. Look at us. We are tantalizing.
I think it's nice, exciting to all the mothers and them because we have children. Yes, and that's a role we play. So I think it's fun.
At the helm of this year's event is Mrs. Nola Bain, who has proudly taken on the mantle left by her late husband Peter Bain, a man celebrated for his commitment to community development. She revealed that in addition to honoring mothers, a portion of the proceeds will be donated to the Kajona Home for the elderly in St. Andrew.
The management of Upper Level Mother's Day Queen Show invites everyone to our Queen Show on May 11th, 2025 at Victoria Park, Grenville. We take this opportunity to say thank you to our contestants, sponsors, and everyone who supported us over the years. This year, we are doing it with a difference, Queens of Queens, and we can assure you that we'll have a very good time. And remember that when you support the Queen Show, your contribution goes toward the Kajuna Home for the Aged at Grenville.
The Queen Show is more than just a pageant. It's a vibrant tribute to motherhood, resilience, and community spirit.
Happy Mother's Day!
Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
All the best, ladies. We wish all mothers in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, and those in the diaspora, advance Mother's Day greetings from the GBN family. Next in network news, 2,000 seed nuts expected from Mexico as Grenada looks to address food security and revamp the coconut industry. We'll be back.
ACB's me start, manage, expand. Don't call me small. I'm dreaming big. I'm gonna have it all. ACB's me start, manage, expand. They came on all my competition, got the whole bag's attention. ACB, best financial solution. My business has a good reputation. Ready for success? Call us at 444-4919 or visit us at acbonline.com to learn more. ACB's me. Start, manage, expand your business today.
Grenada, the time has come. It's the big showdown in the first ever Classic Lighted and the Communal Credit Union Invitational 2025. Come witness the Royal Grenada Police Force and His Majesty's prison officers take on the nation's busmen and women in an epic 4x1 relay. Then it's Flow versus DG Sal. And don't miss out, Nawasa, who will be flooding Grenlec in the ultimate relay. All this and more, May 17th and 18th. At the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Adults $30, children $15. Season passes are available. It's a showdown like no other. Be there.
Heritage Theatre presents Breaking Out, the Grenada Love Story, featuring Robert White and Lisa Grappi, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs.
But I still love you, Richie.
You love me and you're hard me. 4 big performances, Saturday 24th and Sunday 25th May at the Grenada Trade Center, Saturday 31st May and Sunday 1st June at Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. Showtime 7 p.m. sharp.
He's the love of my life, Auntie. You have to marry a man for other things besides love, child.
Get your tickets at Mitchell's Pharmacy in Grand Anse, Gittins Health and Wellness Wall Street, Gabriel's Pharmacy Pedmata, St. David Pharmacy, St. Andrew Pharmacy, Art and Soul Boutique at Spiceland Mall, 3B's Shoe Store, and GoToFed.com. Breaking Out. Come out and enjoy Grenadian theater at its best.
This ad complements Classic Lighting Caribbean.
Hi, I want $10 on Playway, $20 backup on Victory, and cash for each, please. Okay, are you adding Multi-X to your bet? Yes, Multi-X, all of them. Smart. Best value bet. Backup and Multi-X. You cannot go wrong. Don't matter the bet, Multi-X all of the daily games.
With Multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add Multi-X to all your playway, daily pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Yeah, fully 1 week. Nah, telling you. Yeah, them massive dragon. Hello. You see that? About 10 that them make hard on them, man. Me have 38 man. But you man 92. Yeah. You the number 1 run, man. That is it. No what? Nice. Yeah. You number 1. Yeah, me too, man.
Whether sipped neat, mixed into a classic cocktail, or savored on the rocks, our rum delivers a taste that captivates and satisfies. Choose greatness. Choose Classcoat, the number 1 rum. Produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Need to install or repair your plumbing? We've got you covered. Whether you're setting up a new washing machine, replacing a leaking faucet, or fixing that pesky dripping pipe, the Plumbing Supply Store is your go-to place in Grenada. We offer a wide range of plumbing products to make both new installations and maintenance a breeze. Our shelves are stocked with top quality products including pressure and waste fittings. And if you've been struggling with blocked drains, have you heard of Melt? This powerful drain-on-blocker liquid is a game changer, designed to prevent and clear blockages, making it ideal for hairdressers dealing with clogged wash sinks. We also carry a wide selection of repair kits and replacement parts to bring new life to all plumbing fixtures. Visit us today on the Woodlands Main Road or call 444-1377 for expert advice, top-notch products, and a warm welcome. At the Supply Store, we do everything plumbing.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Welcome back. The Ministry of the Blue Economy and Marine Affairs, led by Lennox Andrews, is set to support several new and emerging sectors that can bring tremendous benefits to Grenada once managed effectively. Speaking at the ministry's first official press conference, Minister Andrews outlined the importance of the blue economy, emphasizing that it includes legal, economic, and environmental dimensions of the marine sector.
It really covers two broad areas. You have the commercial ones, which has to do with the transport of goods and the transport of people. And you have the non-commercial aspect, which covers issues like research, issues like exploration, issues like defense. Shore, renewable energy, aquaculture, seabed extractive activities, marine biotechnology, and marine biotechnology means that there are some organisms, living organisms on the seabed that are important and that can be used to create different products to improve human health. And also there are the bioprospecting, which is research for organisms that have valuable genetic resources that have commercial uses, and we can create new products from them as well for human use.
While some may question the need for the Ministry of the Blue Economy and Marine Affairs, Minister Andrews stated that the blue economy is a vital part of the government's broader transformational agenda, given its potential to generate substantial economic growth.
The world has long recognized the great potential that exists in the ocean for economic activities. It is stated that everything that is on land can also be found, and even more, in our oceans. Which means, therefore, that the sea poses great potential for economic activity and for new economic activity. And it is also instructive to note that our marine space, our sea space, is 77 times greater than our land space. So there are many more economic activities that can take place on the sea relative to the land.
Before the break, the coconut weevil and red ring disease continue to threaten the coconut industry in Grenada as the Ministry of Agriculture prepares for a shipment of seed nuts from Mexico. It is ensuring that the pests are under control. Christina John reports.
12,000 seed nuts are due to arrive in Grenada from Mexico. This as the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry seeks to address the issue of pest invasion of the coconut plant, namely via the coconut weevil and red ring disease. This initiative is set to revamp the industry to bring it back to commercial levels. Grenada's coconut industry suffered extensive setbacks as a result of the devastation brought on by hurricanes, including Ivan and most recently Hurricane Beryl. Stakeholders and partners, including the Caribbean Agricultural Research and Development Institute and the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, will also benefit from both dwarf water nuts and oilseed nuts. The Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry is seeking to cultivate over 7,000 water nuts and approximately 5,000 oil nuts in collaboration with farmers across the island. Troy Augustine, Senior Agricultural Officer in the Pest Management Unit, said they have been engaging stakeholders over the past few days to raise awareness of pest management, field sanitation, and pests that are destroying coconut plants.
The government is proposed to bring in to the country 12,000 seed nuts of new varieties, high prolific varieties, resistant varieties. We see the need to pull the population down. Beetles are affecting coconut trees from as low as the seacoast to as high as places like Budge Grove, which means that we have a lot of work to do. So today we are sensitizing the public, sensitizing farmers, the extension officers on what needs to be done.
Farmers, extension officers, as well as agronomists were in the field where the senior agricultural officer demonstrated the trapping method for the beetles. to help reduce the beetle population. He added that by sensitizing farmers now, they will be better equipped to handle the expected seed nuts.
We have a beetle here. We feed it with sugarcane. And as you can see inside of the sugarcane, there is a beetle. It does the same to inside of the coconut palm. It eats the entire palm tree, palm fall. Remember that palm trees can be as old as 30 years, the dwarf, or 60 years. And that will give you a crop every month. Been using a trapping technique to control the beetles. It's using this bucket, and inside of the bucket we have sugar cane that they feed on, and inside of the trap we have a pheromone, a lure called winkolo, that attracts the beetles to the trap. And when the beetle get into the trap, we service it, we remove the beetles, we change sugar cane, bring the population down. Sometimes we get 25.
Augustine said they plan to have 64 acres of dwarf coconuts and 144 acres of oil nuts. He expects local consumption to increase, as well as the entire value chain.
Our initiative is to build this sector because it's a robust sector. It will produce every month much better than cocoa and nutmeg and cocoa. It intercrops between the cocoa field and every other crop. So we know that coconuts can be very versatile. It's a climate smart crop, and we want to make sure that farmers within the next 2-3 years start benefiting from coconuts.
Christina John, GBN News.
We'll be right back.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grandans, Victoria Street, Grandin, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm committed to us?
She made me feel some measure of warmth, maybe even passion. If I decide to do this, I'll be doing it for you, no one else.
Labukan presents Rivals, playing at Labukan Creative Center, GCNA Complex, all weekends in May, Saturdays 8 p.m., Sundays 6 p.m., and Deluxe Cinema Granville, Saturday, June 7, 8 p.m. Tickets from Grenadian Optical, Labukan, St. Andrews Pharmacy, and Go to Fet at $75. Sponsors Bryden and Miners Limited, Knights Auto, Sandals, GBN, Republic Bank, Trios Auto, Co-op Bank, and Huggins. It's Rivals by Francis Urias Peters. Don't you miss it.
You better come back, boy. You better come back.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches, but the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Good evening, sporting fans. Grenada has been lauded for the efforts taken by the local football association to grow and develop the sport. The praise comes on the heels of a visit from the president of the Confederation of North Central America and Caribbean Association Football, CONCACAF, Victor Montagliani. The two-day visit was aimed at strengthening collaboration and advancing football development in the region.
And it struck me when I walked in here, the irony of having the Earth and the galaxy of stars in this room. And I think there's two things that we, as football leaders, and let's not make a mistake, we're all football leaders. It's not just the president of CONCACAF or the president of the Grenada Football Association. It's every one of us that's in the game. You have to make a decision every day as a leader in this sport to look around you and do everything you can to help, to lead by service, to lead by example. And because at the end of the day, what is in front of you is exactly that, the opportunity at a global level. And Grenada has that opportunity.
All right, the delegation was formally welcomed at a press conference hosted at the conference room of the Maurice Bishop International Airport last evening. Among those in attendance were government ministers along with industry stakeholders.
Is representative of 40% of sports tourism annually, and the sports tourism market represents $600 billion. So you can see the important role that it has to play. It's approximately 10% of all international arrivals. So we take it really seriously. And the infrastructural development that has gone on, we need to thank CONCACAF because without funding, the government can't take on this role on its own.
Petra Roach, Chief Executive Officer of the Grenada Tourism Authority, talking there. This visit marks a pivotal moment for Grenada's football community. While in Grenada, members of the CONCACAF delegation engaged in meetings with senior government officials, including a courtesy call with Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell. They also paid a visit to the Grenada Football Association's upcoming Technical Center, a cornerstone initiative for youth and national team development. Meanwhile, GFA President Marlon Glean said the association remains committed to the growth and development of all clubs in Grenada. According to him, incentivization is necessary for achieving this goal.
We need to start putting Grenada football in front of the world. And that's what we're going to do. And that's what we've been doing over the last 2 years. Bit by bit, we've been building from grassroots, youth development, there's more competition. We've increased the prize monies to a league. The winning team in the Premier League today gets $100,000. A jump by 100%. Because we believe clubs need more incentives so that they can perform better. And what we've seen, a Premier League that went down to the line last year. At some point, we had a team that won. At some point, any of about 5 teams could have come second because they were playing for $60,000. So we've been putting more and more incentives in the football. Yesterday, we got a gift from the England FA of a bunch of balls that every club is going to get balls prior to the start of the season in 2 weeks. And we want to provide more and more support for clubs and our players. We're continuing to resume the club support program. Every club in Grenada is going to get $20,000 this year. Every club. No matter if you're Premier League, First Division, or Second Division, every club gets $20,000. That is an agreement we had with the club that we're going to continue to provide support.
Incentivization is so necessary. It is motivation for improved performance. All right, this story to report in the sports news. India has suspended the Indian Premier League, the world's richest cricket tournament, for a week amid escalating tensions in Pakistan. Officials took the decision after a match was abandoned as military exchanges between the two countries continued for the third day.
Well, I'm currently, Lewis, at one of the stadiums here in Delhi. It's called the Arun Jaitley Stadium, and this is a stadium which has hosted numerous IPL matches in the recent past. And in fact, there was another match that was slated to take place on the 11th of May. Team posters are up. In fact, when we were driving past from that side, which I can't show you, there were several posters. The barricades are already in place from where they would have ordinarily directed a lot of the crowds which would have come on the 11th of May to actually watch that match on match day. But it obviously is now bearing a completely deserted look, and it is likely to be this way for the next 1 week because of that decision taken by the Board of Control for Cricket in India. This is very significant because not only does it signify and indicate the rising tensions between India and Pakistan, the IPL is one of the most popular cricketing league tournaments here in the country, attracting several foreign players, including coaching staff as well as commentators. It is watched by millions of people around the world, and it is a big money-spinning event. In fact, it also, in a sense, is it involves Bollywood because it has teams which are owned by big superstars like Shah Rukh Khan. It has teams which are owned by big wigs and big industrialists like Mukesh Ambani. So that's what the IPL is all about. So, in fact, in many ways, it is right up there with for instance, the NFL in the US or even the Premier League in England, just to give you a sense of what IPL craze is like over here. So it is certainly a cause of concern, and there was a big security concern last evening on Thursday, as you mentioned, in the city of Dharamshala in the northern Indian state of Himachal Pradesh, when a match was taking place, but it had to be abandoned because just less than 200 kilometers away from that city in a neighboring state, there were reports of missile and drone attacks. So that's the kind of security scare that there is. We are also getting reports that some foreign players have decided to leave. We don't know what is going to happen after 1 week, whether there will be a reassessment, but it all depends on what the situation, how the situation unfolds in the next 1 week.
That's the sports news for the moment. Over the last 2 weeks, regional and international military and security personnel were in Trinidad and Tobago participating in crime-fighting exercises there. The rest of the details in this report.
Cooperating to ensure the Caribbean and beyond are safe for international trade and movement. Minister of Defense Wayne Sturge thanked the participants of the exercise Trade Winds 2025 at the closing ceremony in Chaguaramas.
This landmark event has once again affirmed Trinidad and Tobago's steadfast commitment to regional security and collective resilience. Over the past 2 weeks, we've seen a vivid demonstration of what it means to train together, respond together, and stand together.
Commander of the United States South Command, Admiral Alvin Halsey, said the hemisphere faces many security threats and challenges.
As allies and partners, we must stand shoulder to shoulder, ready, willing, and able to deter, confront, and overcome threats posed by malign state actors, transnational criminal organizations, violent extremist organizations, cyber criminals, and anyone else seeking to bring chaos where there is peace.
Admiral Halsey said 2025 was the 6th time the military exercise took place in Trinidad and Tobago.
Trade Winds 2025 showcased what could be. Throughout the planning and execution, we renewed our commitment to regional and global security by conducting joint, combined, interagency training that honed the skills required to conduct unified operations across all domains.
24 countries, which included Latin America, the Caribbean, and international states, participated in the 13-day military exercise, which culminated with a closing ceremony on Thursday. Terry Ann Brown Campbell, TTT News.
Further afield, newly elected Pope Leo XIV has led his first Mass as Pontiff in the Vatican's Sistine Chapel. The Pope was joined by cardinals for prayers this morning after his identity was revealed to the world. Pope Leo spoke in Latin, English, and Italian, calling on the Church to do more work where there is lack of faith, and asked cardinals to announce the good news, to announce the gospel.
Welcome to the Vatican, where Pope Leo XIV has today been celebrating Mass with cardinals at the Sistine Chapel following his election on Thursday. These are the recent pictures of the new Pope entering the Sistine Chapel, leading his first Mass as Pontiff. He began his homily in English, saying he knew he could rely on every cardinal to walk with him on his new mission. The Pope has said the Church must do more work in places where there is a lack of faith, and said that he hopes his election can help the Catholic Church bring light to the dark nights of this world. Well, Pope Leo will be the 267th occupant of the throne of St. Peter. So what do we know about the first American to fill the role of Pope? Well, 69-year-old Pope Leo XIV was born Robert Francis Prevost in Chicago to parents of Spanish and Franco-Italian descent. He was ordained in 1982 and moved to Peru 3 years later. He then became a naturalized Peruvian citizen, spending 10 years as a local parish pastor and teaching at a seminary in northwestern Peru. He became well known to cardinals in the Vatican because of his high-profile role as prefect of the dicastery for bishops. Pope Francis made him the Bishop of Chiclayo in Peru in 2014, and then he became Archbishop in January 2023. Within a few months, Pope Francis had made him a cardinal.
A reminder of the headlines right after this. A reminder of the headlines before we leave you. Chester Humphrey opposes the removal of the death penalty as government contemplates the move. Citizens appeal for transparency over delays to the Cliff Road rehabilitation project. The Fiscal Resilience Oversight Committee wants backdated accounts to be laid in Parliament. Also in the news regionally, 2025 exercise trade winds ends in Trinidad and Tobago. Internationally, Pope Leo XIV celebrates first Mass as head of the Catholic Church, new head of the Catholic Church. Plus in the sports news, CONCACAF pays courtesy call on local football association, and India suspends IPL cricket for 1 week over safety concerns. That is all from us in the newsroom. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. Have a safe and beautiful weekend. Stacey Blake will be in on Monday. Have a good night.